Let's get it.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out to see greatness here.
Yeah, baby, here we go, here we go.
Stepping in for LA, number 26.
The shot blocked by Whiteside.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Lets it fly from long range. Not easy.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Miami's got it. Dragic to Whiteside. Richardson to Whiteside. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Way to hit, way to hit.
I'm here. I got ball. Yeah. Great, I got your help.
To Josh Hart. Curling inside, and he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First free throw is good. Two for for 2 on that trip.
Number 2, Wayne Ellington.
It's the Heat with the possession. Goes reverse to lay it in.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
With the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Inside, he scores.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Has a chance. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
Yeah, if I'm the teammate of that guy that just got scored on, I'm telling him on my way back down the floor, look, I appreciate you being there, but I need you to really be there. I need you to be more engaged and give more effort on the defensive end. That's the only way we're going to win this game.
He'd have the basketball. Here comes the screen. It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Oh, he had him there for a second. No good, and no foul.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's Ingram there for the rebound. Lakers ball. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for 2.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Count it. That's belief right there in his shot.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
We're through one from Staples Center with the Lakers on top. Jay and I return to the City of Angels after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports.
What's good?
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Miami with the basketball. Deep right corner. Dragic. scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To James. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Missed it at the line. Los Angeles, they have it. To James. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Dragic. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Dragic. Curling inside. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Screen coming. Finds a shoot. To Dragic. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there. LBJ with it. Almost. And he's not getting the call. The shot rejected by Olynyk.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Here comes the screen. Has a look. Rebound taken by Olynyk. Dragic with the basketball. His guys currently down by 13. To Beasley. Blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And the finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7. Because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions, Miami. Subbing in for LA, number 26.
To Waiters.
Number 0.
To Whiteside. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Lonzo Ball.
Good job, boy. Good
Not
job.
that time. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Los Angeles has the basketball. From long range. Smothering D. Richardson to Waiters. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Hey, watch this screen left. Shot.
Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Dragic with it. They find themselves down 10. Here comes the screen. Dragic. To Richardson. Waiters. Oh, wasn't sure if he'd even shoot it, yet it goes down. To Ball. Caldwell Pope to Ball. They get it to Kuzma. Down low. Rondo. Wide open look. Won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Dragic into the front court. Trailing by 10. To Dragic. Easy pad to the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in, think you can get more at the rim.
To Caldwell Pope. Count it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammates with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Lakers at the controls right now. Oh, he had him there for a second. Oh, it's Whiteside with the rejection. Kuzma.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Dragic to Richardson. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You hear a lot of talk about Donovan Mitchell, but Kyle Kuzma is probably one of the biggest surprises in the draft last year. Averaging around 16 points per game and became an all-rookie first team after being drafted 27th overall.
Ball into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Fires the three, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's the Heat with the possession. Has a chance. Second and a putback slam. Now a three at the buzzer. That ends the period. So far, it's been all Lakers.
Got your EA Sports halftime report. The Lakers will start the second half with a decent lead. For them to get the lead, I see it happening with their transition game. They've done a great job today of working the fast break offense. Have a look at the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Heat would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Game drive. Bench points. The Miami Heat
are getting enough bench production in this contest. The reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
If you enjoy the gameplay, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Thank
I'm ready to
need
skip
kind of
ahead and
type
just get this
support.
guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Here are the top fellas. Back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring?
Come on, y'all. Let's go get it. It's on us.
Entering the game for the Miami Heat, number 9, Kelly Olynyk. Subbing in for the Lakers.
Dragic to Whiteside. Waiters to Dragic. To Waiters. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it.
Here I come. Here I come.
JaVale McGee. Rondo. Not getting the bounce. To Dragic.
Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Inside, he scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lakers ball. To Beasley. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. Hart to Beasley. Beyond the arc for three. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Here's Rondo with it. His team leads it by 10. For three, yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Miami's got it. Dragic. To Waiters. To Whiteside. Short jumper won't go down. Rondo with the basketball. His team on top by 13. JaVale McGee to Beasley. To Josh Hart. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. That out of his range and no good. Whiteside. To Waiters. Going to launch beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Down for McGee. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Rejected by McGee. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Waiters. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Rondo Missed it.
Good ball.
He working for us.
Waiters to Dragic. To Waiters. Here comes the screen. Dragic. Look out. If he's hitting those, could be a long night.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Los Angeles, they have it.
Hey, double screen. I got you.
To Josh Hart. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. That's the shooter's mentality. Stays with it after the miss.
I wonder who we're going to see tonight. Playoff Rondo or that other guy? Because when he's on top of his game, there is no one better in terms of IQ and also vision. Unless the offense isn't clicking, expect to see him breaking down the D and ensuring everyone gets fed.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Off the assist.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic to Waiters. Here comes the screen. Waiters to Dragic. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
It's no good. Not sure what he was thinking there.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Los Angeles has the basketball.
Match up. Watch Carter.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Fires the three. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Dragic to Whiteside. Oh, look what I found. You know he had that one in his back pocket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
I'm on D.
To Josh Hart.
Hey, you got the screen right. Come here.
He connects off the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Gets off the three. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end with the Lakers in command. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Lonzo Ball with the rock.
Oh, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
4-3. Shakes free and hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Lakers have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
To Ball.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. McGee powers it through. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
And Jay, they call the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his fourth personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Lakers come up with it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Deep right corner. Hart. To Ball. Got a piece to knock it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
He'd have the basketball. Lets it fly from long range. That won't go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here comes the screen. Oh, it's blocked by Ingram.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Lonzo with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Ball. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for Los Angeles,
Dragic.
LeBron James.
From the painted area. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Waiters. You've got to get that one to go.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
The screen sets him up for 2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Miami with the basketball. The shot rejected by James.
And it's not just about blocking shots, it's about the physicality of the game. How about on all these down screens, your bigs are bumping these guys off the screen, allowing you to catch up to the play defensively. That's why you're playing so well.
Waiters. It's Kuzma up to block the shot.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Flushes it home.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Waiters to Whiteside. Defender was right there. He has to know better.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
And scores.
Keep your hand in his face, man.
It's the Heat with the possession. Screen coming. Dragic. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. To Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Man, that was a tough shot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle. Waiters to Dragic. To Richardson. To Whiteside. Ah, rocking the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Ball with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Down for McGee. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
First tries the line, no good.
For the Miami Heat, number 13, Bam Adebayo.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Miami's got it. Dragic to Waiters. Gets it in the left corner. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Ball with it up top. Looking to make something happen.
I got him. Here we go.
To Ball. The shot blocked by Whiteside.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Kuzma. Down for McGee. Deep left corner. Kuzma. Has a look. Not today. To Richardson. Oh, he got a piece of it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Takes it coast to coast, and the strong finish at the rim.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Dragic to Waiters. From long range. Waiters forced that one off the mark on the 3. Inside, he scores.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and you can get it any way you want.
Has a chance. The Lakers get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Lakers put their opponents away in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Heat seem to lose their edge as the game.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Miami Heat
seemed to have issues communicating when it came to transition defense. They gave up way too many easy baskets. They looked really slow
in the first half.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Be going inside. Hey yo, Danny. Hey yo, Danny. I think we're on a win streak right now. We'll have to check. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're on an 8-win streak right now. 18-9. With one block. I'll try. I want to wear this one this time.
Good evening from downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, here in Rockets land, you think of Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone, and of course the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. But a new chapter being written right now here in Texas.
Oh yeah, you think about Clutch City, Hustle Town, USA. But put all that aside. This team for the last several years has been on the edge of success. Let's see if they can take the next step.
And when you think of the Rockets, you think fun. This one could be as well tonight. And, Jay, you look at Lonzo Ball, so much potential. Number 2 pick in 2017 out of UCLA, but he can learn something tonight with Chris Paul on the other side.
Oh, yeah, Ed, we were on the court before the game, and I was watching CP3 stare at Lonzo Ball. One of the things that I know that CP3 does, he studies the game. He dissects the game, something I would do if I were defending Lonzo Ball. Every time in a half court, and pay attention to this at home, look for CP3 to shade the left side of Lonzo Ball's body. Why? Because that's where Lonzo Ball brings the ball from his shooting pocket to the left side. It doesn't matter what dribbling move Lonzo Ball does. If CP3 can contain him on the perimeter, Lonzo Ball will inevitably bring the ball right to where CP3 wants. And after he establishes that, watch how Lonzo Ball will then all of a sudden try to change his shot, because now his game has been dictated to by the great defensive mind of CP3.
From the painted area, won't go down. Anthony to Paul, going to launch beyond the arc. And Chris Paul, veteran move, well defended, still buries the 3.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
James to Ball. Down for McGee. Caldwell. Not that time. He missed it. Harden. Has a look. Off the mark. Lakers ball.
Hey, lock up.
To Beasley. Down for McGee. Inside, he scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Harden into the front court. Down a point. Nene gets it down to Capella. Throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Trying to cash in. somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Harden to Capella. Stuffs it down with authority. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
With another basket there.
No fading on that shot, strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. The pass set it all up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
4-3. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Harden. To Capella. Rockets with 4 to shoot. It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot. Los Angeles has the basketball. To Beasley. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Harden with the basketball. Down 4. A lot of contact. No whistle.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Nothing going here on that drive. JaVale McGee to Beasley. For 3. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Second of 3 is good. It's all 3 free throws. It's Rockets ball. Harden to Capella. Rejected by McGee. Carter Williams.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively. You can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in. Boom. Switch turned on.
And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
To Capella. It's Harden. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Just off the mark.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use
sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and 1. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Fires the 3. Now that's a contest.
shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Harden. Textbook defense. Now a three. At the buzzer. And it won't be close as time expires here in the first quarter. After one, it's the visiting Lakers who are on top. Jay and I return to Houston after this. It's the NBA, and it's on EA Sports. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Harden. Takes stock of the floor. Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Here comes the screen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Harden in possession. Down two. Paul to Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Lets it fly from long range, and Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Count the basket at the rim.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now. Paul can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
Here's a message to the defender. I know you're here physically.
Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
On the basket, but a shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Good. Off a spin.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Paul, man, that was a tough shot. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less.
We got this. Let's go.
Into the game for Houston, number 7, Carmelo Anthony. Stepping in.
Los Angeles, they have it. Ball. Shot from the lane won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter,
Rises for the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Ball with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Kyle Kuzma. Yes, and a foul. They'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Paul across the timeline. They're down 3. Gerald Green to Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, it's blocked by Ingram. Screen coming.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Anthony, he connects with the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, that's how it's done.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Paul. Anthony. Down low for Tucker. Nice pass to set things up.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Lonzo Ball, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Over to the right side. Gerald Green to Anthony. Stuffs it down with authority.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 a game. The lowest total of his 15-year career.
Wow. Kuzma.
Oh,
No good. No daylight. Great defense. Paul into the front court. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. They're in position. Let's see who can retain it. inside, he scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Deep three at the buzzer. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando as we go from Jay to Jalen. It's Jalen Rose with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rockets
find themselves in a tie game after 2 quarters.
The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. These are the guys getting buckets. The Lakers will start the 3rd quarter with a tie on the scoreboard. The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. Have a look at the leading scores.
Game track. Bench points.
Thanks for tuning in.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
He's showing some of the highlights.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Hey, this is our game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Into the game for Houston, number 40.
Gets off a 3 at the buzzer. 3rd quarter comes to an end. The 4th quarter on the way. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter.
That's good. Thanks for the view.
Come on, y'all. Let's go
Thanks
get it.
for even
It's on
tuning
us.
in.
Substitutions, Houston. Subbing in for the Lakers.
Lakers at the controls right now.
Right.
To Josh Hart.
Oh, come and give you a screen.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the
Thank you for
offensive
tuning
player.
in.
Knowing that you're
Even
probably
if you
going to
don't
take
stay.
some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw is good. Finishing off the 3-point play. The lead grows to 12. Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Great feed sets it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here's Rondo with it. The lead stands at 10. Beyond the arc for 3. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul to Anthony. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
He buries it off the step back.
And this kid has a chance to be a Laker great. Went from averaging 9 points his rookie year to 16 in his sophomore campaign. Brandon Ingram is a name that you need to recognize.
Anthony with a shot. That won't go. From long range. Look out. If he's hitting those, could be a long night.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Rockets have the ball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Gets it in the right corner. They get it to Kuzma down low. Scores from the post.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Kuzma to Josh Hart. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Screen coming left, screen coming left.
Has a chance, missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there. Now Paul with the basketball. Down by 15. To Anthony. Fires the three. Not that time. Has a look. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
To Josh Hart. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Paul with it up top. His guys down big.
Match up, match up.
Paul. That's how you defend.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Lakers got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Rockets just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game.
I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Bench points.
Los Angeles Lakers had the kind of bench production that will make any coach proud. NBA games can be made easier when you're working with depth, and that's exactly what happened here today.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Bust up the Rockets right quick. I didn't do too good on my assists like I normally do. But it's all good. It's all good. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the gameplay, please like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Win streak continues at 9 games. I think I'm gonna put this one on my dribbling. Oh, I need 2. Damn. I got my mid-range. I don't really do mid-range, but I'm gonna just go ahead and put it up to 81. I mean, NBA Live 19 is not that bad, like seriously. It's actually kind of fun, although it got some jacked up stuff about it at times, but it's really fun. I like how you can make a female character. I wish I would have got to play with my girl in the WNBA, like for MyCareer mode. That would have been nice. But I couldn't. I can only play on the streets with her. So I had to make another character so I can play in the league, in the NBA. So that's why I'm on this character. Yeah, I was just showing the outfits. Brooklyn. Try to squeeze in that Warriors. I'm gonna go all white this time.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte, tonight, the Charlotte Hornets getting set to match up with the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's do it. Ball to James. Nothing going here on that drive. Inside, he scores.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
That ball's out.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions.
Parker.
No, you can't guard you out here.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Josh Hart from long range. It's good for three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Hornets have the basketball. Parker. From the outside, no good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Tough make through traffic.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Rejected by McGee.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Josh Hart. Beasley. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Rondo. Rebound snared by Kid Gilchrist. Parker with it. Right now, down 7. Shot from the lane. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Lakers at the controls right now. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And a putback slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
So yeah, right now we're on a 9-winning streak. 9-game winning streak.
From the painted area, won't go down. Has a look. Jumper's good.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Please like and subscribe and turn on the notifications. Thank you.
away at the rim, and that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Parker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Block shot, Bismack Biyombo.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Hornets right now in possession. Whoa, what a finish.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
JaVale McGee to Beasley. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Parker. Not that time. The follow won't go either.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
He gets it.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Parker into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Parker. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Gets a second to go with one more to come. Now a three. At the buzzer, and it's no good as time's run out here in the first quarter. First quarter in the books. The Lakers have the lead.
Yeah, we're on a 9-winning streak right now. We beat the Hornets. This will be our 10th winning streak. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I appreciate it. I show love to a lot of people's streams. I mean, I'm always in somebody's stream on YouTube.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we
got this. Let's go.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 26.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. Fires the three and drains it. Into the front court, it's Walker. Down 12. Walker. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Walker into the front court. Trailing by 14. Walker. Runner's good there.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. Here's a chance from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down by 15. Walker to Kevin Knox. Walker. And the finish. Slam dunk. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
To Ball. Kuzma. And counted at the rim.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Walker. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. Here comes the screen.
On the wing. I got this.
Denied at the rim.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Walker with the basketball. Trailing by 15. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Ball with it up top. His team on top by 13. Here comes the screen. Just not going down. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number
1. Walker to Kevin Knox. Goes reverse to lay it in.
But Ed, you have to give Coach Fizdale, Scott Perry, and Steve Mills, and everybody in the New York Knicks organization a lot of credit for drafting this young man. He just turned 19 and hasn't even begun to scratch the surface of how talented he is. Shoots the ball very similar to Allen Houston. That's the cap, that's the highest level, but also possesses the ability to put the ball down on the ground and finish over the top of the trees. There's no doubt about it. Between him and Porzingis, the Knicks are well on their way.
Can't connect from inside. To Ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Hornets at the controls of this one. The screen sets him up for two.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Lonzo with it. His guys leading by 14. To Kyle Kuzma. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Ball to Caldwell Pope. 4-3. Good offense beating good defense. Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the basket.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Yeah, I'm sure.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. It'll stay with Charlotte. Batum. And he scores. Unguardable, Jet.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
To Kyle Kuzma.
Pick and rolls on here don't work for these characters.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from long range. Lonzo Ball hits the tough shot. The defender played it well. Lonzo strikes.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Come on, Walker. Do your team that. Go ahead.
Shot from in close, no good. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
You know, Ed, so many players think the only way they can get big money is on the offensive end. But this is a game about roles. If your role is to be a defender, get your money on that end, please.
Walker, he's looking for that touch. To Ball. Spinning shot, won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Won't go. He can do better than that. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports halftime report. The Lakers entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Charlotte Hornets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Charlotte Hornets.
Game track.
Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it.
The Hornets had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid.
Tony
Back
Parker.
to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
I used to love Tony Parker.
From the start, let's do it.
What a Spurs.
Substitutions. Into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Thank you for tuning in. You and me to do this, and I appreciate it.
And a putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Please give me the ball.
Here comes the screen. Nice pass to set things up. Inside, he scores.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and you can get it any way you want it.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Fires the three, knocks it down, and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Tony. Tony's getting English and fighting.
It's good, has the hot hand, and a 4-point play. Charlotte with the basketball.
I got ball.
Parker.
By yourself, put it up.
Beyond the arc for three is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Rondo with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Beasley. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup to Beasley. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. And 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Beasley. Gets it in the left corner. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. There you go. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
He hit it off there, came back in, caught the rebound, and made it. That's crazy.
Los Angeles, they have it. Here comes the screen. To Parker.
I got him. Go. Trap.
Deep left corner. Oh, he blocked it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And he buries it.
As when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Rondo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. For three. Smothering D. Shot from the lane won't go. Into the front court comes Rondo. Looking to make something happen. Great feed. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Charlotte basketball.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Parker.
Me and you.
Nothing going here on that drive. And the denial.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the basket at the rim.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
To Beasley. Down for McGee. Tough make through traffic.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Parker with it. Down a bundle.
Yeah, make Parker pass.
Here comes the screen.
Yeah, really cold.
Trying to cash in. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Lakers ball. From long range. Look out. If he's hitting those, could be a long night.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And, Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. That's going to be out of bounds. Parker into the front court. His guys down big. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So the possession stays with the Hornets. Parker. Just off the mark.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
JaVale McGee. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Has a chance, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up. Hornets have the basketball.
I got him. Here we go.
Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Gets off a three. At the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. Third quarter comes to an end. So far, it's been all Lakers.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in.
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. That's a 5-second violation. That ball's out of bounds off the Hornets. LBJ has it. To Ball.
So we win. We won again.
Shot at the buzzer is good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close. The Lakers get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen.
The Lakers put one in the win column with a solid performance.
And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from
This is some
beyond
of
the
the
arc.
highlights.
They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Hornets couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you can tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. The Charlotte Hornets got their points scored from these guys on screen.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Hornets
seemed to have issues communicating when it came to transition defense. They gave up way too many easy baskets.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Could have did better with my
Every
assist.
player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days
Damn,
for this
Tony.
guy. Here's our top plays of the game. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Ooh, this is pretty good. What's good? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Even if you don't stay, still appreciate it.
Mushy Mushy Peeps, it's Christopher London. Now today, the one was a scoring machine. I mean, we have so many highlights to watch right now. Let's check it out. Man, the one completely dominated this game. Just bucket after bucket after bucket. I mean, can somebody stop him, please? Yo, if the one keeps scoring like that, we're definitely gonna have more highlights on this channel. So make sure you come back. I'm LSK. Peace.
I'm on a 10-game winning streak right now.
Mushy Mushy Peeps, it's Christopher London. Now
Thank y'all for tuning in the stream. I am Crazy Shay. I'm out.